And good morning, everybody. We welcome you back inside the Lord Beaverbrook rink here in St. John, New Brunswick. We turn our attention now to the men's A competition, quarterfinal game between the Manitoba Mooseheads and the Saskatoon Buffalo. This is a game between teams that finished 4th and 5th in the standings. In the men's, during the preliminary rounds, Mooseheads finished 4th. Buffalo finished 5th. The Brunswick finished with a record of 2-2. Buffalo had 1 win, 2 losses, and a tie, overtime loss, actually. Now, Saskatoon, 1 win, 2 losses, and an overtime loss. All right, Mooseheads in the white, black pants, red trim. Saskatoon Buffalo in the green, gold. Ball comes here to the near boards. There's a pile in there. It comes out. Going back for Durko. To him is Votor. He'll get it over to Xavier LaBelle. Lifts it down the floor, and that's going to be an early flooring call against the Buffalo. John Way starting in goal for the Mooseheads. Goes out of play. Buffalo player gets waved out. Coming in to take it, Brock Harrison. Kept in by the Mooseheads. Chasing in there, Evan LeBlanc. Comes up around the boards. Harrison couldn't hold it in, or get it out, I should say. Then a shot and a save. Mooseheads with the first good chance of the game. As Knights off the boards. He'll go in and chase. Navrot had to hold up at the blue line to stay on side. Mooseheads bring it out. Dumped in. We got a cross-checking penalty being called. It's going to go against Saskatoon, so a power play opportunity for the Mooseheads. Well set up. Down low for Meehan, back up top. It's Kierstead, his shot kicked away and then cleared down the floor by Saskatoon. Again, sent down by Saskatoon. Way will leave it back behind his goal. Kierstead doesn't get it in cleanly. Pasternak sends it the length of the floor. 4-minute cross-checking penalty to Saskatoon. First penalty has now expired. First minute has now expired. Not much in it yet. A couple of one and dones for the Mooseheads. Fraser. That shot came in just wide, picked up on the far side by Bursey. Bursey's one-timer, knocked down and cleared and out. They come in. Stewart cut off before he can get a shot away, and once again, go down the floor. So now the second minute of the penalty has expired. 2 minutes left on the power play. LaBelle down the floor. This time Saskatoon go into forecheck. It's Goss that comes out in front. Just getting back in time was John Way. Miscommunication behind the New Brunswick net. Kierstead drifts it in, kicked away. Kierstead gets the return pass. Over here, Kraft. Comes back to Kraft. Shoots it, again kicked out. Rebound gobbled up by the Buffalo. Less than a minute to go in that 4-minute cross-checking penalty. Once again, it's rejected. Kierstead. That doesn't get in. Just 25 seconds to go in this power play. That was shot from their own side of center, so a flooring call. 2 or 3 shots on goal. Good goaltending. You get the goaltender. I think it's Robbie Huffnagel in goal. For Saskatoon. But for the most part, a good job by the penalty killers to come up with the ball and send it down the floor. They did so 8 or 9 times during that sequence. Anderson to the boards. They'll come here to the near side. Mooseheads on it first. Hicks. Buffalo on it in the New Brunswick end. Laframboise shot over the top of the goal to hit the back of the net. Player pushed down, and that's going to be a penalty to Saskatoon once again once they touch it up. Copeland will send the goaltender to the bench to get 6 attackers on there for the delayed penalty. Anderson, he's knocked down. Ball will get out. Back to get it was Hicks. Great job to get it in. Alcorn sets up. Scores! Ryan Tesnick on the delayed penalty with the extra attacker out there. Credit number 71, Zach Alcorn. What a job he did over on the left boards to get that ball into Saskatoon territory and gain possession for the Mooseheads. There he goes. Now they get a chance to settle it down. He'll come back to Tesnick. Goes back and forth so fast. Top of the net. 1-0. Mooseheads. They come again, 2-on-1. Got in a little bit deep and then broken up by the defense, and then the goaltender has it. Actually, it's Brandon Schatz in goal for the Saskatoon Buffalo. Another penalty has been called against Saskatoon. This one for interference. The Mooseheads back on the power play. Lance Lamontagne called 2 minutes for interference, the captain of the Buffalo. Navrat. He did a good job killing a 4-minute penalty earlier. Gave up the goal on the delayed penalty, so that's 3 straight against Saskatoon. Off the boards and out. Tesnick. It's brought in. Come back to Tesnick. He'll leave it there. That shot. Blocker save made by Schatz. McHugh. Let's shoot it again. Shots with another save and covers up the rebound. 37 seconds left to go in the interference penalty to Saskatoon. Brandon Schatz. It's been busy. Alcorn gets it back to the point. Copeland and to Fraser. Copeland, Fraser. And it bounced off his foot and had to wait for it to settle. Another penalty. Holding. This one will go against New Brunswick. Yeah. Actually, did more than hold the stick of the Saskatoon player. Held it, pulled it out of his hands, and threw it to the boards. Tough to miss that one. may have picked up a misconduct because they've sent another player over to the box. Yep. It's Cole Fraser. 2 minutes for holding the stick plus a misconduct. That shot, good blocker save that time by Way. They were 4 on 4. Now it is a power play for Saskatoon, as their penalty has expired. Monaghan, that shot, good block by Maybe. Knocked out of the air, they score. It was a couple of feet in the air, good hand-eye coordination. Looked like the ball was going to be cleared, but just batted right out of the air and ended up in the back of the net. Comes up, it goes up in the air, and there's 19. The pass was intercepted, went straight up, and Josh Anderson banged it home for Saskatoon, and we're tied. Flooring against New Brunswick. One would expect a competitive game between two teams that finished next to each other in the standings after the preliminary round. Mooseheads 4th, Buffalo 5th. And we're tied with 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Pasternak floats it in on goal. Way has got it. Another stick goes flying to the boards. Ball hit that stick, hopped up, and it'll come out. Monaghan in behind the goal. To the side of the goal, Way has it and holds on. Shot at the side of the goal, goes into the corner. Moran went down, pushed to the boards. Tesnick comes up with it and clears it out of the zone down deep into the Saskatoon end. Campbell hustling in. He'll get to it. Campbell to the other side. Moran. Senger, his shot. Stopped by Stewart. And out it goes. And that will be a flooring call against the Mooseheads. 3:36 to go here in the first period. Connor Navrot in to take the face-off against Dan Vautour. Navrot wins it. That shot did not get through to the goal and ends up in the near corner. And up along the boards. Back it goes and around to the other side. Anderson, he's stopped. Ball is just loose, kick free. Vautour trying to get away from Harrison. Harrison stayed with him. Knights for Durko. Shot over the top of the goal. Anderson. Fed it in front, looking for Knights. Goes back to Anderson. Mooseheads have it. Fedorko knocks it down. Keeps it onside. Fedorko up against the boards. Down in behind the goal. And the ball goes out of play. Shot wide. Kraft. Alcorn. Pass across. Shot by Kraft and stopped by Shots. Clean face-off win for New Brunswick. Good shot wide. Alcorn. For Kraft in behind the goal. Fired around the boards. Mooseheads couldn't hold it in. Oh, yes they do. Correction shot. Ooh, one off Shotson. Looked over his left shoulder to gone to the boards to his right. Scores! Christian Magnus gives the Saskatoon Buffalo the lead. It's brought in by Laframboise. The ball sits there. He'll get to a little back pass. Christian Magnus all on his own. Makes it 2-1 with 1:32 to go. Play continues. Dumped in. Copeland, he lost it. Comes up to Jack Keogh over the other side. Goss. Goss has it again. Pass was in behind the intended target, Jack Keogh, so that will be a flooring call against Saskatoon. We're down to 49.9 seconds to go in the opening period. 2-1, Saskatoon Buffalo leading the New Brunswick Mooseheads. They'll go out of play and faceoff will come outside the blue line. That shot changed direction, and again a quick whistle. And Shots bobbled it. Brought in by Matt Morehouse. Pass to McHugh. Then it comes back in front. Schatz has got it. That's come off. All sorts of things happening. So a nice pass from Moorhead to McHugh. Just 10.5 seconds left to go here in the first period. A timeout has been called with 10.5 left. Face-off down in the Buffalo end. Brock Harrison to take it. Clean face-off win. Riley Kraft. That shot was blocked though. He's got another shot. That goes up in the air. In behind the goal. Comes to the side of the goal. Played to the boards, and that's going to do it. First period comes to an end. Saskatoon Buffalo leading the Brunswick Mooseheads by a score of 2-1 after 15 minutes of play. We'll be back with period number 2 in just a moment. All right, we're set for period number 2. Mooseheads jumped out to a 1-0 lead, scoring on a delayed penalty. Ryan Tesnick. And then the Buffalo responded. A goal by Josh Anderson, followed by Christian Magnus, and they lead it 2-1 as we get started here in this second period. Pasternak behind his goal. To Monaghan, he lost it. Back come the Mooseheads. Sweep it into the corner. Monaghan. Pasternak. Magnus. Knights. Knocked off his stick by Tesnik. Tesnik comes this side to Maybe. That shot hit the crossbar. Good hard shot by Riley Kraft. Beat the goaltender. Cleanly off the crossbar. Here's Brock Harrison. Leaves it. Knights on the backhand trying to get it in front for Harrison. Knights has it again. A tackle at the blue line. Going to call them both. He's going to get the Saskatoon player for tripping. The New Brunswick player for holding. So it's going to stay 5-on-5. Maybe was stopped. It's in behind the goal. And it was Senger. Comes out in front. Rebounds there. They score. Goaltender Way is complaining about something. But the net had been moved slightly. Referee says not enough to affect play. Senger's got it behind the goal. And it hit something, it bounced around. Not the prettiest of goals, but Saskatoon will take it. They now lead it 3-1. That's fed in front. The Brunswick player couldn't get a stick on it. Long shot in, blockered away by Shots. Campbell. That ball went straight up in the air. Face-off will come outside. So high in the air, it touched the ceiling. McHugh away for New Brunswick. Down the left side, backhands it. Will go into the corner. On it first, Morehouse. Cleared by Saskatoon, but not out. That shot off the end boards. McHugh got a stick on it, one-handed it towards the goal, and Schatz grabs it. McHugh shoots it. Schatz made the save, the rebound, and the net goes flying. New Brunswick aren't happy about that as it was knocked off by the Saskatoon player. New Brunswick seemed to have a little something going. Right from the face-off, the shot came in from Meehan. That tempers Flair just a little bit. Evan LeBlanc was very upset with one of the Saskatoon players. Goaltender wasn't ready. That pass picked off up at center, shot in off the end glass. Caswell trying to hold off the New Brunswick player, ended up on his back. Ball rolls down to the goaltender. It's going to be a penalty, tripping against Saskatoon. Steve Caswell down to the penalty box for Saskatoon. Power play, Mooseheads. Saskatoon denied that change. That's what that was about. Harrison was trying to go off. Referee says, no, you've got to stay on. It's too late. Meehan back to the point. Won't come up high. Kierstead. Over the other side. Swept in front, and Schatz has that. Tesnick really couldn't get a lot on that one. The pass was in a little bit close. He just directed it towards the goal. New Brunswick win the face-off. Good hustle to hold it in. Looked like it was coming out. Kierstead held it in. McHugh winds up, shoots, kicked away by Shots. Tesnick back to Kierstead. Kierstead towards the goal, didn't get through, knocked down and cleared by Saskatoon. 1:15 to go in the power play. They line up along the blue line. Return to sender. Still not in. They just turn, shoot it in. Enough of that. Then go in and try and win it. Saskatoon get it. They'll win it, send it down the floor. 40 seconds to go in the man advantage for New Brunswick. Tipped in. Shots will come out and cover it, and it'll be a face-off now in the Saskatoon end of the floor. 28 seconds, all that's left in the power play. They win the face-off. Move it in along the goal line. Try to get it into the slot. They do. Scores! Didn't get there on the first try. Got there on the second one. And Tyler Copeland has cut it to a one-goal game. There's Copeland in the slot. They get it to him right here. They'll try. That doesn't get there, but then it comes to him on the second try. 3-2. LaBelle. Tipped in. Two-way. Hicks. Down the floor. Saying offside was Evan LeBlanc. LaBelle with a shot, went off a stick and floated over the top of the goal, played back behind the goal by Hicks. We'll try that long pass again. It's touched up. Kept in, Meehan. Into the slot, Votor. Votor turning. That was blocked by Jordan Maher. That goes out of play. Both teams changing. Referee wants the players on the boards to move back. As soon as he turns his back up, they come again. The other referee spotted it. Said Zach Alcorn moved first. Alcorn and Harrison, here they go again. Creep. It's like at a stop sign, you know, you're or at a stoplight. You're waiting for it to turn green, anticipating, and as you're stopped at the red, you just keep moving up a little bit. It's like the players waiting for the ball to be dropped. Keep creeping up. Is it a goal? Is it not a goal? No, it is not. Some of the players began to celebrate. Referee says no. It's outside the post. Kraft behind the goal. Kraft. Scores! Again, there was some doubt. Saskatoon are saying no, it didn't go. Referee saying it did. They are going to discuss it. Let's have a look, see what we've got. See if we can see it. That was in and out so fast. The referee on the side said the water bottle moved as the shot came in. Oh, man. Really can't tell there, can we? Now they're going to wave it off. And we are in New Brunswick, so as you can gather, the fans don't seem particularly pleased with that change in the call. Let's take one more look. Let's slow it down a little bit more. Still not sure we're going to be able to see a whole lot. Here's the shot. Yeah. Folks, I don't know if you're seeing anything. I can't see anything from that replay. Just can't tell. We're right there, but can't tell where that ball hit. So it stays 3-2. Monaghan drops it back. That shot goes wide. Monaghan in looking for the rebound. Players crash into the net and the whistle goes. In behind the goal. Kept in. Laframboise put it in on goal. Way's got that and holds on. Face off in the New Brunswick end. Ball goes up in the air, it'll come out. Oh no, it did not come out, kept in. Laframboise, another shot towards the goal, it bounces around. We've got a penalty coming up, the goalie's been knocked down, which leads me to believe this will go against Saskatoon. And again, tempers get up a little bit. Cooler heads get in there. It's going to be high sticking. That's going to be 4 minutes. Somebody once used the term, it's gotten a little tangly out there. Well, it certainly has. And it's gotten tanglier. We've got another Saskatoon player heading to the bench. he's getting a penalty or just a misconduct. We'll see. Missed a misconduct. Say just, but that's for Durko. Timeout, Saskatoon. Four-minute power play for the Mooseheads. Shot blocked by Navrod. Get it to the side of the goal, and Shots covers it up there. Heads up, that goes into the penalty box area. Ricochets back out. Faceoff will stay in the Saskatoon end. Pasternak clears it. Stewart back to get it for New Brunswick. They like to just dump it in, hustling in there hard, Kierstead. And New Brunswick have it. Meehan. McHugh back to Meehan. That's picked off, not out. Stewart, Kraft, shot kicked away by Shots. Ball is still loose now. Shots has it. Scramble in front, cleared away at the last second. These two teams did meet on our opening night way back Monday night when we had just the 3 games to kick things off here at the Lord Beaverbrook. They had the final game of the evening. New Brunswick won that game by a score of 4-3. Now they meet in the quarterfinals. Shot blocked before it got to the goaltender. Still 2:20 left to go in that 4-minute high sticking penalty. Bursey into the slot. Shot again partially blocked by Mitchell. Kept in. Bursey shoots. Blocker save made by Shots. Bursey's got it again. Up top, they'll swing it the other side. Down low. Right in front looking for Copeland, couldn't get a stick on it. They maintain possession, do the Mooseheads. Again, pass in behind. Mishandled and it'll come out. We'll have to get it in over the blue line again. Tesnick did, but it will come out. Hard around the boards. New Brunswick were changing. Navrot will bring it out. Navrot put it towards the goal. It got on goal. Couple of saves made by Way. Navrot's in there looking for it. The net's come off, and it's under a minute to go now in the power play. John Way, the goaltender for the Brunswick Mooseheads. It's in over the blue line. Looking for McHugh. McHugh drops it back to Meehan. Meehan holding it. Over to Stewart. McHugh with a shot. Rebounds there. They score. Riley Kraft has tied it for the Mooseheads. The initial shot was stopped, but that rebound sat there. All Kraft had to do was tap it home. Stewart. Over to McHugh. McHugh shot. Stopped by shots, but there's Kraft. Boom. .320 left to go, second period. Back-to-back goals by New Brunswick have got them tied. They were down by 2 earlier in the period. Down into the corner, back to pick it up. It was Hicks, all over him, coming away with it. Magnus, through the crease, comes out the other side. On it is Lafamboise. And then it's cleared by New Brunswick. That's going to get over the goal line, so the faceoff will come back down in the Mooseheads' end. Got a 3-3 tie with 2:38 to go in the second period. Knights with a shot that goes wide of the goal. He wanted to one-time it. Really couldn't control it the first time. LaBelle back to get it, and they're saying it got over the line first, so the face-off will come all the way back down to our right. LaBelle with a shot off a stick over the top of the goal. Knights threw it in front, ended up in behind the goal. And a good pass there Unable to get a shot, but it comes over, just hopped over the stick of Stewart. He was there, but the ball bounced, and then the net came off. Good looking rush that time by the Mooseheads. Marcus Tesnick made that great pass, made that great rush. Laframboise, drop pass. Magnus, shot laying out to block it was Ryan Tesnick. Cleared away by Lamontagne. Lamontagne gets to the blue line. Tesnick broke that up, and it's offside. Just a minute 25 to go here in the second period. Monaghan dumps it in. He'll go in to get it himself. Hops along the boards, goes down. Taken away by Hicks. Get it in over the blue line again, but no further. Bursey turns, shoots it down into the corner. Pasternak back to get it. Monaghan right up through the middle. Player went down, ball goes to the boards. LeBlanc couldn't get it out. It's kept in by LaBelle. The ball goes out of play. Discussion with the Saskatoon bench. Laughing Connor Navrat just looked over at his own bench and gave the zip it sign. Offside. Ooh, that was close. Just 14 seconds to go in the period now. Navrat backhands it in. Way leaves it there. That'll do it. Interesting second period between these two teams. Ends in a 3-3 tie. Third period should be interesting as well. And we'll be back with that third period in just a couple of minutes. Monaghan spinning away, stopped at the blue line. Still it's not in. Cleared back into the Saskatoon end. Laframboise. He lost it, and Xavier LaBelle back in his own end as we get settled in for what should be a very interesting third period. It's Kraft trying to get away. Riley Kraft. Fed it out in front, is put just wide by Cole Fraser. Both players go down. It's going to be a penalty to New Brunswick. Roughing. Fraser's gone over to the players' bench. Somebody's been called for roughing. Referee is over there talking to nobody gone to the penalty box. Riley Kraft is making his way over. Thought it was Fraser who was being called. All right, we're set to go. Power play for Saskatoon. Pasternak. Night shot stopped and then sent down the floor. One and done on the first try. Pasternak shoots it in right on goal. The ball goes straight up in the air and the goaltender's got it. But before all that, they've called offside against Saskatoon. So the faceoff comes outside the blue line. Saskatoon win it, they'll control it. Lamontagne. That's wide. And cleared as it gets past Pasternak. Evan Pasternak will bring it up for Saskatoon as they line up across the blue line. Dumps it off the boards. Can't get to it. Lost his stick. Easy clear for New Brunswick over the top of the goal. Back to get it, Brock Harrison. Drops it. Harrison tried to stick handle in. No dice. Monaghan. In and out and down the floor that quickly. Nothing yet on this power play. Now they get it in. Just 20 seconds left to work though. Laframboise down along the goal line into the slot. Shot by Anderson. Goes over the net. Whoa, referee at its center has caught something. What's happened? No penalty. It was just the net had come off. Okay. Gotta go and retrieve the broken stick down in the corner. Just 5 seconds to go in the power play. One last shot, scores! Josh Laframboise. Right between the wickets of the goalkeeper, between the feet, just as the penalty was expiring. right along the floor. That's kept in by the Mooseheads. Alcorn. Riley Kraft with his shot. Shots kept it out. Referee's calling a penalty, I think. No. I've jumped the gun again, folks. Seen so many penalties called in this game. That's my excuse. Just a flooring call. Comes to the boards. Mooseheads on it first. Dumped into the corner. Caswell back up along the boards to be taken again by New Brunswick. Player goes down. Now we've got a penalty coming up against Saskatoon. Both referees have their arms in the air. Little too aggressive down along the boards. Lance Lamontagne gone to the penalty box. Power play Mooseheads. They'll start from back in their own end. Stewart. Meehan. Backhand, Schatz has got it, and he will hold it. Stewart doesn't shoot it. It'll come back to Stewart. He's got Kraft here on the right. He went over to McHugh. Shot was blocked, but kept onside by Stewart. Back to McHugh, down in along the goal line. Back to Stewart, to McHugh. They'll go down low again. Kraft parked in front of the goal. Tesnick back to Stewart. Stewart off a leg, goes to the boards. McHugh is on it first. Meehan has it. Meehan. .45 seconds to go in the power play. Meehan with a shot. Hit somebody in front and down the floor it goes. Both teams change. Morehouse got it up along the boards for Tesnick. He's still out there. Stewart. Percy, swing and a miss. Percy's got it. Right in front, they jam away to Morehouse, had a chance. Ball is cleared, and Saskatoon will send it down the floor. Stewart. The penalty is now over. Good possession by the Mooseheads, had a couple of good chances. Shots equal to the task. It's kept onside. Copeland's shot was stopped. Here comes Lamontagne, fresh from the penalty box. He'll shoot it in and then go to the players' bench. Copeland gets it up along the boards. Here's a chance. Meehan shoots. Blocker saved by Shots. Hicks will take it back behind his goal. Up through the middle, knocked down, and trying to shoot it in. Unsuccessful in that attempt was Vautour. He'll try it the other way. Copeland. A pass picked off. Jordan Marr to the other side. Goss tried to give it back to Marr. Meehan has it. Justin Maybe. Settle it back to his defense. Then up at the blue line. Shot in by Alcorn. It didn't get out. Still kept in by the Mooseheads. Kraft has got it. Kraft holding it. Pass across. Big save by Shots. Brandon Shots took away what looked like a sure goal. The Mooseheads are coming on. Mooseheads maintaining that momentum. Harrison got it in over the blue line, no further. Kraft had it knocked off his stick. Knights. Magnus working in there against Tesnick. Tesnick has it. Maybe. Alcorn goes into the boards with Caswell. Alcorn spinning away from Caswell. Can't get it to the front of the goal. It's cleared to the boards. Lafamboise chips it out. Mooseheads get to it first. Here's Riley Kraft. Kraft breaking in. Turns. Drops it back. Stewart with a hard shot. Lafamboise couldn't get it out. It is kept in again. Now off the boards. Down. Mooseheads back in their own end. Will be picked up on the left side by McHugh. His shot over the top of the goal. Pasternak turns and clears it. Keogh. Action really picking up here. The latter parts of the third period. LaBelle, that shot goes wide. Round in front, they score! Excuse me, Jack Keogh. And that's a big 2-goal lead now. Great pass from behind the goal. Five to 3 with 5:30 left to go in the third. Alcorn, well, that was Tesnick, fed it in front. Goes to the boards. Will be kept in by LeBlanc. Kierstead's shot is stopped. Ball goes to the boards. Here's a takedown. Referee tells both players, get up. That goes high in the air, back into the Saskatoon end. LaBelle. Saskatoon are changing. Mooseheads are changing. Swept in by Harrison. Copeland through the middle. Got it to Burns. Burns shoots it in. Copeland into Chase. Trying to get in on the forecheck. Long shots. And it hit. Well, it looked from here like it went off the Moosehead player, Bursey. He's pointing at one of the Saskatoon players. He's going to win that argument. Face-off will stay. Well, they're going to get together. No, they're not. Just going to hand him the ball. Thought they were going to have a discussion. Face-off will be inside. Dumped into the corner. Monaghan brings it out. Knights, they throw it around, just miss Navrat. It'll come back towards the point. Mooseheads will bring it out. Bursey. Right in front, save made by Schatz. That was Marcus Tesnick, took that pass. He got the backhand away. Brandon Schatz playing very well in goal for Saskatoon. Closing hand on the ball. If you catch it, you have to immediately drop it. He caught it, did a 360 to get away from the Saskatoon player and then dropped it. Ball went into the penalty box area. Face-off will come back into Saskatoon end. 3:40 to go. New Brunswick trailing by 2. Going to bring the face-off right back down in the Saskatoon end. Clean face-off win. The shot kicked away by Schatz. Monaghan. Desperate to get it out. They do. Now they bring it towards the goal. There's Brody Singer. It was tipped, no flooring. Play will continue. 3 minutes to go. Laframboise hustling in there. In there against Tesnick. Comes in front. Stewart has it. Kraft doesn't shoot it. Works it in a little lower. Threw it to the front of the goal. Shots diving out, kept it out. It rattles around in front of the goaltender. It'll be kept in. Tesnick with a shot. Shots makes the save. It's loose there. That stayed out. Nets come off. Over on the far side, one of the New Brunswick players. Sorry, one of the Saskatoon players. It's been knocked down. And it looks as though there has been at least one penalty called. New Brunswick player Ryan Tesnick is headed to the penalty box. Well, those two players are having words down the penalty box. Tesnick and Lefambois. One for head contact, one for cross-checking. We stay 5-on-5. Net is empty for New Brunswick now. They've got 6 players out there. Down by 2 as we approach 2 minutes remaining. That shot. Shot saw that somehow. That's out down the floor. We'll go wide, but it was touched by the New Brunswick player on the way down, so no flooring. Minute 45 to go. They got it in, crafted, right on goal. Stick safe by Shots. Tesnick, Kraft, shot well wide. McHugh. Stewart with a chance. Morehouse scores! (5-4), still a minute 19 left to go. Great passing. McHugh gets it back. The shot comes in. Backhand by Stewart. Morehouse is on the doorstep. I tried it. Didn't quite work. It is 5-4. Yeah, Morehouse doesn't rhyme with doorstep. 1:10 to go. Harrison. Navrot shot. Harrison looking for the rebound. Under a minute to play. New Brunswick needs to get the ball up the floor so they can get the goaltender out and look for the tying goal. Way's gone to the bench. They've got the 6th player out there. They shoot it in. Go into forecheck. They get it to the front of the goal, but the ball was up in the air. Comes back to the point. Tesnik with a shot. That's stopped by Navrat. Navrat sends it down the floor. It's going to go wide. And the faceoff will be back in the Saskatoon end. Timeout, New Brunswick. Half a minute left. 6-on-5, empty net. They've scored once with the net empty. Huge faceoff. Goes into the corner. Pasternak's on it. Singer can't get it out. It's kept in. Kraft with a chance. Sliding in. Pasternak gets a stick on it, knocks it out of play. Three seconds put back on the clock. Face-off win. Right in front it comes. It rattles around and goes wide. Schatz wasn't sure where it was. He had his head on a swivel. It's to the boards. 10 seconds left. Meehan trying to get it to Kraft. Bounces in front. Batted away. That's put wide. Goes out of play and the game is over. Heck of a game. Saskatoon Buffalo will advance to the semifinals. For the home side, New Brunswick Mooseheads, their men's team, their championship run is over. Stay for the play of the game presentations. Masters game up next. Another Mooseheads team. The New Brunswick Mooseheads and the Masters will take on Mr. Lube NL Masters team from Newfoundland and Labrador. Andrew Stewart, captain, gets player of the game for the Mooseheads. Yeah, 31, Brandon Schatz. What a game he had. He was sensational. Okay, now that we get that out of the way, we can take a short break. The next game was scheduled for about 10 minutes ago. They'll get it going as soon as these teams finish shaking hands and clearing the floor, and the other two teams get a 5-minute warm-up, so we will take a break as well. And we will be back with the New Brunswick Mooseheads against Mr. Lube Masters from Newfoundland and Labrador in a Masters quarter final. Back in a few minutes, folks. You're watching the 2023 Men's and Women's A Masters and Legends Canadian Ball Hockey Championships from St. John, New Brunswick.